Amy will live on in our hearts. Oh no. What is this?
This is a channel where you learn a lot of things. And if you're me, it's how to do this!
Yes! Yes! Oh, rip Amy style theory. Made the mistake of trusting Ash.
They always do.
Oh no! Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live. Or hold on.
Oh my god.
Is this actually GT Not Live?
It is?
What was that? What did I just witness in the corner of my eye? I leave for VidCon. I hang out in London for a couple weeks. I take a vacation to Greece and I come back and everything's all higgledy-piggledy. Well, is this even GTLive anymore?
Matthew, this is the next era of GTLive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the new era. This is amazing.
Thank you. I'm so glad you like it.
I do, actually.
Yay.
And to be fair, I knew that intro was coming. So it's not like this was all sprung on me, but it's awesome to see it in action.
Right?
That's wild.
I know.
Okay, there's a lot to discuss. I've been gone for a while. There's been a lot happening here, and there's a lot to discuss. So let's sit down and actually discuss this, shall we? First and foremost, before we get to intro, I do miss Stephanie. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But first and foremost, let's talk about this space.
Yeah.
So I was gone, in case you missed the last upload where I talked about this a little bit. But we headed out to VidCon. Steph and I and the whole team went out to VidCon. It was awesome. GTLive Live was phenomenal. You guys crushed it. You crushed it.
Thank
Ash,
you.
you crushed it. It was incredible. It was so much fun to see so many of you there. We probably will never get invited back to VidCon because there was literally like a crush, just a mob of people vying for their Lumen official merchandise.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
It's so funny because the original plan was for Jason and I to go out into the audience and hand things out, but y'all were so ready.
Yeah.
You came to the front, we were like, well, this is what we're doing.
Oh, and boy, did they come to the front.
Oh,
It
yes.
was literally just like a wave, a stampede of people. It was awesome. We filled up all the seats. There were so many of you there. Everyone was so enthusiastic. The show was so much fun to put together. And it was a really cool torch passy moment for Steph and I in a lot of ways. Because they were very distinctly, and I don't think they captured it on the actual video recording of this thing. But there was this moment where the creative directors, the new hosts, are all in the foreground, and they're all like tossing out the new merch to everyone who's really eager for it. And Steph and I are just kind of like sitting back there watching them, and we kind of like nod and we like give each other a hug, and we walk off, and we're like, oh, it's their show now. And that was beautiful.
Oh.
It was a nice moment. But way to be ringleader, Ash. If you haven't watched the GTLive Live from VidCon, go watch it. It was such a blast. It was so much fun. I think everyone did a great job. The audience was electric. That's where we ended up revealing Lorfi, and that was all your baby. Like everything was yours.
Yeah, it was such a fun experience to put together. I'd never put together a live show in that scale before,
Yeah.
right? Because I used to do a lot of theater, and
Yep.
I've done stage management and that sort of thing.
Theater!
Theater!
You used to do a lot of theater!
Yes, I was holding the skull and monologuing dramatically.
Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio.
Exactly that. But no, it was so fun to put together, to watch everything unfold,
Yeah.
and to, work with the hosts in some degree so that they were still surprised, but to set them up for success and to give them moments where I knew they'd be able to shine.
Give them enough direction, but not spoil anything for them and
Precisely.
keep it all fresh. Yeah, it was great. It was awesome. So Steph and I were at VidCon, and then immediately after that, we were flying out to London for about a week and a half. One, because there's some team members out there and some meetings that we had to take out there. But two, in order to be part of the premiere and the first couple showings of Your Lie in April, which is a musical that we helped co-produce. It's actually on screen right now. It's at the top of the Game Theorists subreddit, apparently, which is what we're going to be doing today, eventually. But yes, so those of you who've been watching for a while, you know that last year we did Grey House on Broadway, which was this like spooky horror show, and it was really awesome. Great thing about London is that you can produce shows for a lot cheaper. They're a lot more accessible. Like unlike Broadway, where tickets are like $100, in London tickets are like £15. And granted they go up higher as you get like closer to the stage, but like theater and art is just so much more accessible over there, which is wonderful because as someone who cares a lot about forwarding art and making sure as many people get to see it as possible and stuff, it's like, hey, we can do cool stuff over there. So yeah, just across the board, that was incredible. Then I was in Greece, and now I'm back on the couch, and while I've been gone, these guys have been moving, right? No, we are no longer in my basement. We are in a third-party building that is not owned by me, and the place where I simultaneously eat and poop. Not simultaneously, that would be disgusting and gross.
Yeah.
The place where I both eat and poop.
Yeah, but like separately.
Although I do eat and poop here too.
Separately?
The place that I don't sleep here though. I haven't slept here yet. And I don't really plan to sleep here.
Okay, I'll hold
Hopefully.
you to it.
Please make sure I don't sleep here, Ash.
I'll see to it.
Yeah, that'd be great. But yeah, so we are now in a new. So Theorist has moved out of my basement, right? It's gotten big. It's owned by another company. Like we have a lot of hosts and stuff now, and so it's like, hey, it doesn't make sense for it to be in my office, and so we're here.
Yeah.
And it's great. You guys crushed it. Again, I am so fortunate to be working with so many wonderful people because I didn't know what to expect while we were gone. I was sad that I wasn't here to help with the move, actually. It was one of those things where it was the business growing beyond and past me in a lot of ways, where it's like, oh, it used to be like we had to spearhead everything, but now there are other people and other teams and everyone there are doing it themselves, and we come back and we get to like witness that. But I'm like, oh, I missed that moment. But you guys did an unreal job. Maybe one day we'll pop off the camera and take you on a room tour or something like that.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
That'd be great. But no, so this was all, again, your brainchild?
Yes, this is the set. And you know, as you said, Matt and Steph weren't here for the creation of it, but I tried to tease with little pictures that I'd send along the way of like, the wallpaper's
Right, I got
up.
the wallpaper. I saw the wallpaper. And yeah,
So it was a little bit of a Jenga Tetris situation to try to figure out how to fit everything.
Yep.
Because I was dealing with some extra elements. As you might notice, the fan art has been updated, but there's actually one additional piece than usual.
Right, there's almost 5 channels now.
Whoa.
There's a 5th. What's the 5th channel, Ash?
The 5th channel.
Yeah.
It's been around for a little bit,
Okay.
but I understand not
Style
many people
Theory?
have heard
Style
of
Theory's
it.
been around for a little bit.
It has,
Yeah.
but, you know, I think there's another one that's just kind of been, like, creeping up, you know, a rising star.
Yeah.
Up and coming. It is called GTLive.
Oh, that's catchy.
Right?
I could see that sticking around.
GT, like, it has that nice little cadence
Yeah,
to it.
GTLive.
GTLive.
GTLive. We
Right?
should do like a theme song around that or something.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Maybe.
Maybe it should be a little bit shorter, though. I think, you know, people have shorter attention spans these days.
Right, the kids in 2024 have shorter attention spans.
Right.
No one has time for a 30-second intro sequence.
No, certainly not.
That hasn't been changed forever. So after years of memeing on it,
Yeah.
the intro has changed.
The intro has changed.
Wow.
But, you know, a fun thing about GTLive.
Yeah.
This up and coming channel, of course, it recently implemented a new color
Yeah.
into its theme.
Is that color hot pink? Because that color right there, that is definitely hot pink.
It's kind of hot pink, but it's got some
Certainly hot pink.
undertones, you know?
Does it?
Some like kind of Ourple undertones.
Is it Ourple, would you say?
Yeah, the luster of it is rather bluish.
Bluish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the light.
9 out of 10 doctors agree. Ourple, huh? That's the color we're gonna say that is.
Yeah,
hot
we are.
pink has been reconstituted as Ourple.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, because it's not purple, but Ourple isn't quite purple.
Right, Ourple isn't purple, so what? It's not a real color.
Yeah.
So it really could be any color that you imagine.
So we took the initiative here at Team Theorist to implement that concept into our channel.
A hot magenta, yeah. So for those of you who don't know, right, like that's the other part of this too, right? Is like, hey, you've wanted GTLive to get its own part on the wheel for a long time, or its own color or whatever, and I think now it makes sense, right? Like,
yeah,
it is at this point a channel unto itself.
Right.
You know, a channel that dips into all the other channels, right? One that is going to have food challenges and style challenges and things where we're playing video games and theorizing about video games and theorizing about and reacting to videos and analog horror and this and that, but it's an umbrella of everything.
Right.
It's a little bit of everything sprinkled together into one amazing channel, so it deserves its own color, but also the logo has everything like lightly lit up in the back. It's not turned off. They're all present in a little bit.
Yeah, and if you want to take a closer look at it, actually, the logo is
theorize about it?
Yeah.
Can I theorize about it?
You can theorize about it, dude.
Oh, I love theorizing. I love it so much. Theorizing is what I do. That's my thing.
We're so excited about the activities today.
I'm that guy who does the theories, man. Here it is, GTLive. Look at that.
Woo.
And wait, that's not a trophy in the middle, Ash.
No, it's not.
Why is it not a trophy, Ash?
Because GTLive has so much more than just gameplay and game theorizing at this point.
It's got a Q-tip?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Gotta clean your ears so that
Clean
you
your ears
hear
to
our
listen to it, right?
conversations, you know? So you gotta stay listening.
Sure.
But no, here on GTLive, we're mic'd up, we're speaking.
Two fingers coming in to encroach upon a bean, a jelly bean.
From underneath?
From around.
Oh, that's...
It's one of
more
those like
than
optical... It's one of those optical illusions where if you look at the negative space, what do you see with the negative space? It's like gripping onto a jelly bean. No, the podcast mic, I like it.
Yeah,
it's
I
great.
thought it was fun. I think this is also a good time to shout out someone from our subreddit community, r/supplerainbow94, who a couple years ago put up a kind of concept image.
Years ago.
This
is true. Actually, we have held on to this one for a long time. We saw this post come up a long time ago.
Yeah, a hot minute ago.
Years.
So I reached out to this person because we wanted to make a logo based on that concept and kind of put our own spin on it, right? Yep. So we worked with them. And then, after that process, we got this here. So shout out to that artist and shout out to the community as well, who really loved that idea and just the concept of giving GTLive its own look and feel and the iconography it deserves.
Right? I know, it's awesome. And the fact that, like, again, some of my favorite merch designs have come from the subreddit, and we license them from the people who made them, and we're able to make them a reality, which is cool. I think this is one, like, where we saw this posted on the subreddit, and we're like, this is awesome. I love this. And so let's put it in our pocket and wait for a time when it's appropriate for us to like rebrand and finally have a chance to reach out to this person and make it a reality. And it's awesome. This is more Ourple to me.
Right? Now you're seeing those undertones.
There's some undertones on this one. This one less so.
Yeah, well,
but it goes together.
Card stock is limited in terms of the colors you can get it in, right? So I saw that. I was like, great. I'm giving GTLive its own frame.
Yeah.
It's a fun little drawing of us.
And that's us too. It's so cute. That's us with the chicken nugget episode, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Dunkin' Nugs.
Love it. I like the one where is that Stephanie? Stephanie is pointing at the butt of Pikachu.
Yes, that would be correct.
That is. I didn't know that Pikachu was so thick.
I mean, we have Gigachu. That was my interpretation.
Oh, is that
of it.
Gigachu?
That was my interpretation.
Oh.
Which would explain the thickness.
That does help explain some of the thickness.
Right?
He's Giga, not for his sheer volume, but the sheer volume of certain proportions of him.
Yeah, Giga,
yes.
but also kind of thicker.
Thickachu.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
We need a new stuffy in here. We need a Thickachu. So that's a lot of changes. Are we okay? Are we good with the changes? We're all calm. Do you like them? Let us know. Actually, I'm curious. It's a transition for everyone, right? I do miss Steph. I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Like, I love the new intro. Slick, man. It's slick. It's really nice. It looks super polished. It's incredible, and it is shorter just because YouTube/digital video in 2024. Everything's about short stuff, right? That's just kind of the unfortunate reality. Kudos to GTLive for being the last holdout of using like the long theme songs.
Right.
So I am sad to see that go, and I'm sad to see Stephanie kind of go along with it. But I think it's a couple years after her departure. It makes sense. And
it kind of the way that it doesn't have people in the intro kind of encompasses everyone.
Yeah.
So when we have like more guests and the hosts coming on the couch and for the future lifespan of GTLive, everyone is represented in a way.
And then you also have it how slick our intro looks reminds me of this.
Oh my god.
Bass boosted Allier.
Pee-pee.
And then pee-pee. It's a mix of Allier. What happens? What happens if the memeified version of Allier's intro cross paths with pee-pee? That's what you get. That's us.
Brilliance.
That's us right here.
Brilliance.
Poetry. Tate Modern. I just came back from London, right? Tate Modern. Artwork.
Yes.
Art or not art? Absolutely art.
And speaking of which, I should also shout out Ty, who is the editor responsible for creating our amazing intro and the outro that you will see later.
Ty, who's amazing, who's the editor responsible for doing all the amazing stuff, so much of the amazing stuff that you see happen.
Yeah.
From Little Theorizing to the intro here to so many of the episodes, especially on Game Theory, where he tends to work probably the most often, but everywhere. Like Ty is unreal in his abilities. I remember when I first saw one of his fan edits, where he's like a game theory approximate thing. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. This is great. It's amazing. Like old school game theory. And he's been crushing it ever since. So, should we meet, now that we've addressed all the elephants and peepees in the room,
yes.
you know, we should move on to memes, yeah?
Yeah.
From peepees to memes.
Exactly.
There it is.
Booyah.
Booyah, got it. Okay. Here we go. This is from, since we're on this one, let's go to Paratoshka.
Can you hit F11, please?
I can hit F11 for you there, guy.
Thank
I made
you.
him into peepees. What a great episode, by the way. The peepee episode, if you haven't watched it, it's unbelievable. Peepees are not, anything that's going to get me canceled off the internet. They are instead cute little stuffed animals that get sold to you at 3 a.m. Okay, so apparently we've all been turned into these little stuffed animals, which... Please, can we collab? Can we collab with them? That would be incredible.
That would make my life complete.
Right? Either like a Lumen official collab with PP or vice versa.
Lumen bees.
Lumpies?
Lumpies.
Lumpies?
Lumpies.
But okay, who do we got? We got me, classic attire. We got Steph in a cozy sweater. Makes total sense. We got Santi with a cake on his head. A little disheveled. I love it. Is this you, Ash?
It is me.
I feel like that's a fair representation of you.
Right? I like that my eyes are going a little bit different directions.
A little bit. You're a little bit off kilter. Yeah, with the pee-pee. Hi. Got the dapper pee-pee.
Yes.
The dapper pee-pee for Dapper Tom. We got
Dapper
Amy.
pee.
Amy actually looks identical to Amy.
Right?
Like this actually has captured the essence of Amy perfectly over on Style Theory. And then you got Lee. Lee with the hoodie, which feels very appropriate, and 3D glasses.
I know.
Which I have mad respect for. They also are like not your typical 3D glasses, but actually really cool 3D glasses with the rimless. That's really awesome. What's the description here? I know I wasn't the fastest with this, but if I'm going to turn them into a marketable plushie, I have to make them marketable. These are very marketable.
Right.
Just like we did for the some of the asymmetric hoodie designs or the GTLive logo now. Maybe we reach out to Paratoshka and we see if we can make these peepees a reality. That would be amazing.
Right? I don't want to sound conceited, but I would totally buy my peepee.
Yeah? Is that the first one on your list?
I think so. Again, the eyes really sell it for me.
The eyes really do a lot of work on that one.
Right.
It's great. They installed Reddit just to post this, which is awesome. Here are the visual selling points.
Excellent.
Added it. I did not assign them any PP personality traits as is on the website. You do it to me. Okay. Matt Peep. Obviously the Matt Pat. Iconic. Also Ourple. See, okay. This is going to be hotly debated. I feel like the next meme review is going to be all about the change, all about the evolution, the new color. And I feel like there are going to be hot debates about the essence of Ourple here.
Yes, hot pink debates.
Because clearly they have depicted Ourple as more of like a dusty purple or a mauve, if you will.
Yeah.
Am I using mauve correctly?
Dusted plum.
Yeah, a dusted plum, mauve color. Yes. More of a pink, actually. That's more of a pink. But okay, so we got this. I love my tail, too, which is all the colors combined. Steph, too. That's amazing. Okay, so also Ourple. Steph Peep, if you're me, you thought that this was also Ourple. See, so really, there's a lot of questions about what color Ourple is, and they've shot 2 out into the ether, neither of which are matching the hot pink. That is very clearly back here.
I mean, what this tells me is that Ourple is a spectrum.
Ourple is a mood.
Ourple is a family.
Ourple, ooh.
Yeah.
Ourple, just like GTLive, is a
It's
family.
a family. Booyah.
It's the family you found along the way.
I know, I'm so touched.
I like that. Ourple's a family, just like GTLive. Okay, so that's that. Steph Peep, Ourple, also icon. Ash Peep looks like a chaos gremlin.
I'd agree.
Right? I also want this peepee now. There you go. Arrgh! Santi peepee, questionably colored, just like the meat.
What? Can you please continue the sentence? Like the what?
Sorry, I didn't know it continued on to the next line. I just saw questionably colored, like the meat. I don't know what meat we're talking about. I don't think I want to know what meat we're talking about. No. But apparently questionably colored, just like the meat colored cake. That makes more sense to me.
There we go.
That's a little bit better. I don't want to hear about questionably colored meat at all.
Not in relation to peepees.
No, certainly not. Keep those questionably colored peepees away from me. Tom Peep. Dapper. Mustaches printed on him if you squint. How about if I zoom in? Oh, I was looking for a mustache in the place that you would expect a mustache to be, but no.
Oh, they're on. Oh my gosh.
They're on him.
Wow.
Not mustache is all the place you would expect a mustache, except for the one place you would expect a mustache. There we go. Amy, the queen, also water.
True.
Just water. She does not need more words. You heard me. Lee Peep, classic 3D glasses. Who doesn't love 3D glasses? I love classic 3D. I also agree. I love that they're taped on too. I think that's a really cool detail. If I could zoom over there somehow, I cannot.
Only Ash Peep.
There we go. Can we emphasize the Ash Peep anymore? Right? I like the little tape detail. That's amazing. Also, I love this community very much, but I was too shy to post fan art for the longest time. I'm glad that you have gotten over that shyness. This is fantastic. This is wonderful. And I hope that one day we can make these into real critters because they are adorable. And I would snuggle them all most heartily. Be great. This is my jump scare. LJ Hawes Studios. When the Ave Maria kicks.
Oh, Jan Terry.
Jan Terry, my favorite artist. When the Ave Maria kicks in, wow, what an amazing moment. Did people have the same affection for Jan Terry as we did off of that episode? Please tell me that they did.
Oh, it started a movement in the community.
Did it?
It sure did.
Excellent. Please tell me all about it.
Oh, so we had Jan Terry's Ave Maria in our FNAF The Bite VHS reaction, which we overlaid with some spooky FNAF content. It started a movement of people putting Jan Terry's Ave Maria techno remix on top of various clips.
Yes, great.
So I don't know if Jan Terry's comment section is just like heavily moderated.
Oh, it must be, because all these are from 5 years ago.
Yes.
And I would assume that we would have sent some new faces to comment over here.
I know for a fact that theorists went to this video to put in comments.
Okay.
But I also think that people have not been the nicest to Jan Terry in the past, and so they might just automatically filter comments.
Yeah, they might be on restricted mode or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
that's a shame.
Send some hype to Jan Terry.
Yeah, send her some love. Send Jan Terry some love. If you have no idea what we're talking about, check out either the Bite episode or just this music video, Jan Terry Ave Maria. I mean, if you want a promise of what's to come, like, here you go. Launch into space! Still incredible. Every time. After that episode, true story, because, sometimes the episodes continue after the camera stops rolling.
Correct.
After that episode, Ash and I just sat on the couch and watched more Jan Terry, and then I proceeded to run downstairs and show Stephanie this very video, and her mind was equally blown.
Stream Skyrocket to Hell by Jan Terry.
Oh, man. I mean, look, here she's saving the world again. Just as a quick recap, a world at war. Torn asunder by hatred and malice. And look at this. Look at this. Just like that. Look at that. We face a brand new day. They transform. And look, flowers. Where once there were guns, now there are flowers. Thank goodness.
Where once there was death, there is now life.
Man, Jan Terry, saving the world. When Ave Maria kicks in. This is us.
It's so true.
It is. I am a big Jan Terry stan. There it is. Awesome. Oh, I love it. This is from Tim Dub, a chaos theorist. I couldn't help but compare recent events to another high-profile retirement and rival dragging him out of it. 15 weeks will drag him out of retirement. So this is dual process theory?
Yes.
Dual process theory logo. Dragging me out of retirement. As if 4 episodes, 4-hour-plus long episodes of us reacting to the dual process theory where they solve Five Nights at Freddy's wasn't enough. I then had to encroach upon Tom's FNAF theory and insert myself there.
Yeah, I mean, dual process really did start, they created a movement.
There was a movement, yeah, and there was, just like Bass Boosted Ash creates a movement here.
Yeah.
And the seismographs feel it. So too did dual process theory do that to us here in
Handshake
Theorists.
meme of like me and dual process theory changing things.
Right, that's it. You are the change that we believe in. Ash. I would have let Tom take it, but I had to talk about Lorfi, and then with Lorfi talking about Lorfi, I'm like, well, since I'm here, I might as well hang out. This is John Cena. John Cena getting called out of retirement, I believe. Is this correct?
That sounds right.
How's your wrestling knowledge, Ash?
Weak, but I am enamored by it.
I've always wanted to do a film theory on wrestling, or a game theory, one of the two, on wrestling, because there's a lot of interesting stuff that happens in wrestling. I was talking to Dad one day, Nathan Barnett, Dad Feels, who we covered a couple times on film theory. After all those years and finally getting to cover his series, we met up in person during one of my California visits. He's one of the most amazing people. He's so sweet. He's so wonderful. He works so hard. He's so incredibly talented. But I got to talk to him, and he knows just the deepest of deep lore when it comes to wrestling. And he was telling me some of the like conspiracy theories and like secret symbols and stuff that some of the wrestlers have done to communicate to their audience, like, help, I'm trapped here, and this and that. Some of the wrestlers were inspired by his work in a lot of cases and incorporated into some of their like meta narratives that they were doing, which was really cool. So at some point, if we ever did want to cover wrestling, there's definitely plenty of content there for us to cover. Maybe I'll talk to Lee about it. I think I don't know what Lee's wrestling knowledge is.
I don't know either.
Right? On a scale of 1 to 10, let's just predict this, and I'm going to find out the answer and reveal it to you at some point down the line. What do we expect Lee's wrestling knowledge to be? Scale of 1 to 10.
I'd say a 2.67.
2.6. On the Richter scale, 2.6.
Yeah, that is the amount of vibrations.
It's either really low or really high. Wouldn't it be incredible if it was like 11.7?
Right?
And he's like, oh yeah, absolutely. Talk to me all day about Hulk Hogan.
Because I feel like there is a world where Lee secretly digs it so much. Like, I can see him getting so invested.
Yeah.
Like, Lee's a very passionate man.
Yes.
Like, he gets into the weeds.
His passions are strong.
Indeed.
Yeah. That's amazing. So wait, was I right about John Cena here? Narrow Muscle. Who is the other one? Okay. The photo used is from press conference after the most recent WWE Premium Live event, during which John Cena. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, John Cena.
John Cena.
He's like, I'm acting, guys. I'm Peacemaker. I'm all this other stuff. Like, I got to do other things than slam heads into walls and do backflips. Leave that to Jake Paul, or to Logan Paul at this point, since he's taken over the WWE, right? One of the wrestling federations. The gentleman in the photo, CM Punk, with whom he had a couple legendary matches, was asked about it. Punk declared that he would drag him out of retirement and to give him 15 years. There it is. So I was dragged out of retirement by dual process theory. But will they tackle me off of the turnbuckle? They will not. They will not.
Not yet.
Oh no, wait. If I had a wrestling move, what would my wrestling move be?
Ooh. Because I feel like it has to start with like that pondering pose, right? Like, you're powering up here.
Well, this is my, like, just like you had The Rock doing, like, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Boy, that's just a theory. It kind of works as a wrestling thing.
Yeah.
Do you smell what the theorist is cooking?
What is the theorist cooking?
It's specifically oriented toward food theory, actually.
Yeah.
That should be a food. This whole time I've been thinking wrestling, if we cover wrestling on the channels, it would have to be a film theory. It's a food theory. What was The Rock cooking?
Whoa!
If we were to smell what The Rock is cooking, we've smelled it. Now, what is The Rock cooking?
That's a good.
That's a good one.
point.
I bet Santi would be into that.
Right? Like, what are the key ingredients? What are our macros?
Oh yeah. What is it?
Exactly.
Do you smell what? Okay, I smell it, but what is it? Everyone smelled it.
Right.
No one's ever questioned what it is.
And then the plot twist is: did The Rock actually cook it?
Oh, it was actually cooked by someone else.
He put it in the microwave.
He was just reheating. He was defrosting, thawing, if you will.
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, game theory move. Matt Pat move. Head crush. Head bang. Face palm.
Like.
Face palm.
Face palm.
The whip and nay.
Oh.
That's it. I pull out he's off the turnbuckle. He's pulling off the whip and nay. That's it. It's a win. There it is. Abyss Raccoon 64.
F11, please.
So, oh yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the reminder. Something doesn't add up here from Abyss Raccoon 64. I like colors, not a beige person. We're not into neutrals. I wear vibrant clothes. I'm Ken from the Barbie movie. It's accurate. These are all things I've said. The most famous image of Matt Pat. The math ain't mathin'.
Matt ain't mathin'.
It's not wrong. Because I have a doppelganger.
What?
Yeah, why?
There's two of y'all?
There's two of me. It's my body double. My security double. You know?
Which is the neutral palette, Matt.
Yeah, just you know how world leaders have their like body doubles to stand in for them? That's
okay.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my body doubles, my clothes, my army of Matt clothes.
But I have to look at you right now, especially given the shirt that you're wearing, and ask, which Matthew are you?
I'm a duality. I'm a dual process theory.
Whoa.
I'm many things all rolled into one.
You contain multitudes.
Multitudes. I'm a multiverse. A multiverse of madness.
Wow.
No, you like the shacket?
I do, actually.
A little pink shacket action?
Yeah,
pink and brown shacket?
I think it's fun.
What happened was while we were in London, so for the last 3 years, we've been spending at least a portion of the summer in London because it's great. And what happened is the last 2 summers in London, there have been incredible heat waves. And the London power grid is old. And so it's not really capable of handling a lot of air conditioning units. And so there's not a lot of air conditioning in London. And so for the last 2 summers, it's been very hot, right? And I have packed what my usual attire is, which is like a leather jacket, dark wash jeans, like heavy things, right? And I have been melting every year in London because we do a lot of walking, right? London is a very walkable city. It's great. It's one of my favorite parts of visiting in the summers. It is just like walking along the Thames, and it's wonderful. Walking through Covent Garden, it's great. But I've been sweltering these last couple of years. And so in the lead up to VidCon, we were looking at like weather for LA, weather for Greece, and weather for London because we had to pack for those 3 things. And all of them were like hot, summery, warm, right? They're like, it's another heat wave in London this year. And we're like, great, awesome. Look at me. I've learned I'm going to outsmart it this year because I'm going to pack like t-shirts and shorts because guess what? That's what applies to all 3 of these locations. And we get to London and it is cold and rainy the entire time, just frigid. So much so that on day 1 of being there, we're like, oh my gosh, we have to get Ollie a raincoat immediately. And we have to get me like a sweater. And like a fool, I had brought sweaters to LA to wear as part of VidCon because a lot of times in convention centers it's cold and you want like a different outfit to wear. And I like this dad era of like dad sweaters in a lot of ways in my kind of like retirement era. And so I thought that was fun, but I sent them all back home because I'm like, oh, I'll save room in my luggage and not need to pack as much by sending these back. Crucial mistake. So ran out and grabbed a couple of clothes absolutely last minute because I was certainly not prepared for what I had to wear in London. So this is my shacket from London. Long story short, and then I found $5. Thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk. You can tune in back. Like Ash was busy writing emails in the background while I was doing that, which I don't blame you for.
Yeah.
That was not as interesting of a story as I expected it to be.
I got like 3 messages out. It was like a nice podcast.
Good, fantastic.
Productivity.
But yeah, no, like I'm a bright and colorful guy, despite the fact that I'm wearing my like what I call my safari shirt in this one. It used to be that when I would travel, and especially when Steph and I would travel, I would bring this shirt specifically because it was kind of light and felt very safari, and I felt like an adventurer through the jungle anytime I wore it.
Yeah, that's your adventurer shirt.
That is my adventurer shirt, but alas, does not match with the actual aesthetics. That's hilarious. I never noticed that before, but that's a really good one. Next up, you just got Theoristed from Turbulent Nights. Happy Fan Art Friday. Here's an attempt at the iconic blue Weezer cover with our favorite theorists. I'm definitely printing this one for my wall. Okay, we gotta do a side-by-side comparison, huh? Who did it better? I think we did.
Yeah.
I think it's us. I think it's Team Theorist. This is awesome, by the way. This is great. I love this so much. The fact that Amy doesn't have a face is a bit concerning to me.
Yeah.
The fact that Amy is just there, like, blank. Like, everyone else has, like, some element of personality because they have the glasses. And so you at least can make out a little bit of, like, the facial features. And you're like, oh, I get where this face is going. Amy just being a faceless blob makes me feel like she's some sort of analog horror character.
Right?
Jump scare Amy right here. Ah!
I also love that she has height on Lee and almost Tom. That's so funny to me.
Right? She's actually taller than everyone. Just domination across the board. I was wondering if these are meant to be realistic heights or if they're just meant to follow the same pattern as the members of Weezer. But I do appreciate that she is pretty much head and shoulders above everyone.
I know. It's
Amy.
very good.
Domination.
It's symbolic.
It is. This. Game Theorist. Sergio4967. Stephanie predicting alligators in Kindergarten 3.
That is true.
This is 2019. Okay, hold on.
Children on the reg.
There are no crocodiles.
They're literally murdering children on the reg.
There are no crocodiles that eat any kids, though. So maybe it wasn't. Maybe it doesn't have to do with their location.
Why are you mentioning crocodiles eating kids?
Alligators? Is it alligators in Florida? I can never remember.
All right. Also, there's an alligator. Just throwing it out there. Oh, that's incredible.
Go back to this.
Yeah, we can actually. Did they? Is that? Oh, guys, did they include that for Stephanie? Was that an inclusion specifically for her?
I feel like it might be.
It might be. There's a non-zero chance that it was included because of that comment.
Right?
That's awesome. That's really, really cool.
I thought you'd appreciate it.
Oh, that's all. I gotta tell her. I'm bummed that she's not here on the couch. I'm gonna run home and tell her right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Oh.
I'm not.
Oh.
That's weird. Can I just say this real quick? Commuting into work. That is strange. I have not had to do that for a long time. Now, granted, I've been working on other projects and you commute into shoots and you do collabs and like I commute to places, right? But I haven't officially commuted into work on a regular basis for 4, 6, 7 or 8 years at this point.
Gosh.
7 or 8 years. Because I used to, again, before I was doing YouTube, right? I was working at various like digital media companies, multi-channel networks, things like that, right? I was the director of digital strategy. I was optimizing YouTube channels. I was running, I was in like some of the upper tier decision maker teams at some of those places. And it was one of those things where, yeah, my commute in was an hour and a half in and an hour and a half out because we were living in LA, and LA traffic is great, especially when your place of work is right in the dead center of the city. Completely inaccessible by everything. It was terrible. So I had like a 3-hour like commute total every day. Whew, so I think I did my time. Like
Right.
I feel like I earned my keep here, but it is weird that I'm now doing the commute with Stephanie. And sometimes she goes home early. I, will go home early, or we have to pick up Ollie or whatever. Like this is like day 4 of us being in here, and this is us filming here for the first time. But it's day 4 of us being in the office, and it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I gotta like bring a lunch now. I don't just go upstairs to my refrigerator and grab the thing that I kept in my refrigerator from dinner last night, or like, oh, I actually have to plan out vehicles and who's going where, and are we driving separately or together. It's wild.
Yeah, it's a whole separate coordination process.
It is.
To have a job,
Right?
to go to a place.
This is, well, and that's it. So it's weird for me, and it's weird for me to to be back commuting after years and years and years of not doing it. But for you, Ash, this is your first time working in an office?
So,
And not in someone's basement? Or is that not true?
it's I guess if you don't count college, like on-campus jobs, it would be my
College
second
doesn't
time.
count.
It would be my second time.
Okay, second time, okay.
Yeah. So I had a remote internship while I was in school.
Yeah.
And then over the summer, it was like 2021. They were reopening the campus, like the office campus that I was working for. And we were able to go there for the first time. And that was my first formal office experience. And then it was like, whoop, there you go. Next advancement in your career, you're going to the basement.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, bet, cool. and now I'm back here, and it's weird, but I also enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, right. It's really nice. And you guys were in this space for about like a what, week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? How long?
3 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild. Oh yeah, I guess it would have been. And so it's one of those things where Steph and I coming in as outsiders to this space, the amount of pride and enthusiasm that everyone here has had for like, this is our space now. Like, it's so cool. And it's cool because I see you guys empowered about it in a way that, like, you know, you were living in our space before, but this very much feels like your space, and that's healthy, and that's great. It's awesome.
Space of the squad.
Yeah. That being said, Stephanie predicting Kindergarten 3, legit. That's awesome.
Right?
I love that. Did anyone say like, yes, this is it? No comments. That's fine. We're good. F11.
Thank you.
Yep, gotcha. Loving Lorefy so far. Here's some fan art from GTLive. Awesome. Yes, Taylor. Going through the void. And the void is the visualization of like old school Windows Media. Oh, Windows Media Player. Yeah, for those of you, that was another wild one, was we were traveling while Lorefy launched, because we had done everything in advance and it was all set up, and so they didn't need us boots on the ground to launch Lorefy. But that's been so much fun, and it's going to continue to be getting fun. We're accelerating how some of the story elements come out. We're changing it up a little bit in terms of how videos roll out, but I think it's going to be better overall. But man, the response that people have had to Lorefy has been tremendous. So for those who don't know, Lorefy is the music mystery project that I was working on in the background, just kind of as a one-off idea that I thought would be fun. And so it delivers cool, relaxing music for you guys to study and relax to, and to chill out. Or I've been listening to it as I write emails all day or in between meetings, because it's just very satisfying for me. And I love the music that me and Ryder and the rest of the team have been composing and giving notes on and stuff. It's really good, and it's being updated on a regular basis. So if you're listening over on Spotify, you're getting new songs about like, well,
ooh, something wild is happening. A flash
flood
flood.
alert.
This is a dangerous and life-threatening situation.
Do not attempt to travel unless you are fleeing an area.
Subject to flooding.
Wow.
It narrated it for you.
That was the most intense of jump scares.
Right. Who needs FNAF?
Right? I mean, that's why Siren Head is so effective. Is because it's like, oh, the true OG jump scare is the weather service alert, right? A tornado alarm or whatever it is. Like, that's disturbing for a reason.
Waking up at 3 a.m. when they're running a test. You hear it in your dreams and you wake up and
and
it's
you're like, oh my gosh, it's go time. Or like fire alarms. Like, as a kid, I hated fire drill days. They were so scary. Because you're just waiting for it to go off and you're,
No.
Yeah. But anyway, Lorefy. So if you're listening over on Spotify, there's about 5 new songs every single week that are being updated and uploaded onto there. Some of them contain clues, some of them don't. So you can engage with the story, but really you can just enjoy a bunch of awesome music to game to relax to sleep to. We're starting to work on some of the sleepy stuff now. As the story gets into a couple of sleep episodes and this and that. So it's been really, really fun. But the thing that I've been so stoked to see are the Lorefy theorists out here. Like Dacia over here. There's Starfinity I've seen popping up a lot. But the idea of people actually, I saw Playmaster the other day. The fact that people have made theorizing about our thing, people have been piecing this, and that it's been getting them views too. Like, I look at like 24,000 views, and I look at the like 7,000 views and 12,000 views. Like, that's awesome. 8,000 views around like theorists putting together our like little music mystery. So exciting. I'm so stoked about it. It's so cool, and these videos are so well put together, and it is fun for me to be on the other side of this, which again was the whole point of this project, right? Was after years of studying other people's stuff and giving recommendations through the form of our episodes, or just learning the tropes of what people have done in their own stories, applying some of that to our own thing has been really satisfying. And the response that people have had toward it, the theories that have existed. There's a 60-page community document right now, I believe, that exists.
Whoa.
A 60-pager where people are compiling everything that they found so far, which is awesome and wild. it also tells me that at some point we might want to tell the story in a more accessible way, for lack of a better word, just because like I want this to remain the way that it is right now, which is very much like people, clue hunting, finding hidden stuff in music and stuff like that. But at some point when the story, maybe a year from now, when the story is in its next phase or moving on to something else, or when some big solves have happened or whatever, for it to maybe be done in a more narrative sense, where it's not like, hey, let's put the pieces together in the cracks and you having to watch like theorist videos to piece it together. Once it's been solved, it's like, hey, here's the story that you solved, but let's just give it actual life, which is really, really cool. But it's been so much fun, so satisfying. And I'm so glad to see these incredible creators being able to do it. It's my dream come true. It's been really, really fun. And the fan art is also delightful. So yeah, keep sending in Lore-Fi fan art. I'm excited to see what you produce. Here we go. Right? We've been busy, Ash.
So much has happened, man.
We've been busy.
Grinding.
Between VidCon, like, and a lot of music stuff too, which has been interesting, right? Like, I know we have a couple special guests from the music world coming.
Yes.
I know that we've been working on the Lore-Fi stuff. The Your Lie in April stuff is music, like a lot of music stuff.
Yeah.
So if I can't do music theory, I might as well just do music with everyone else.
Yeah, music side quests.
Yeah, music side quests. There it is. Miles Morales IRL. No way.
You're real?
Ollie, no. At this point, Matt might actually be cursed. Here we go. He is much more interested in building cool robots and machines.
He does yearn for violence.
He yearns for robotic-based violence. Yes.
So this is talking about Ollie?
Oftentimes, but sometimes, and also...
Trust me. The thought has crossed my mind more than once. I'm doing my best to prevent it from happening, guys. I had to retire to make sure that this doesn't happen, okay? That he becomes more of a Henry and less of a William, okay? That he uses his mechanical genius for good and not for ill. I'm trying. I'm doing my best, okay? Not neglecting him off to the side and just getting him to play with plushies or whatever, or locking him in supply closets. Like,
Oh my God.
there's lots of love and affection being poured into him. Hopefully it's not falling to deaf robotic ears. If he does, here's the thing though, if he does become William Afton, and he does become like an evil robotics genius, I will require him to make a robot and name it Gregory. I'm just putting it out there right now.
I like the assertion that you're wow. Yeah. You're gonna kill kids, but if you're gonna do that, can you at least
I didn't say
get
he
me
was
like
gonna kill kids. I just said he might make evil animatronics.
Yeah, but like the assumption that he would become like an Afton-esque figure.
I'm trying not.
You know?
Yeah.
If it's like a more innocent sense where it's like, I just like making little guys, then yeah, encourage the Gregory, right? But I would pay close attention to the smell of these animatronics.
Yeah, oh, certainly.
Yeah.
Do you smell what the Ollie is cooking?
I hope I don't.
Yeah, I really don't, honestly. Really don't. Yeah, it is disturbing. I don't know why. I don't know, man. I tried. He's just really into robotics in a way that I never was. And that's cool. I love it. It's great. I love the fact that he loves engineering. He loves Mark Rober, and he loves building things, and the stuff he builds is really cool. At some point, it will kill us all, though. Okay, what is this? Matt Pappy, our savior, says sensitive bad 9656. Yeah, I saw this. I saw stuff like this circulating. The U.S. Constitution states that the president must. One, this is important, okay? This is for your civics test, all right? It's three criteria. U.S. Constitution states that the president must be a natural-born citizen of the United States, must be at least 35 years old, must have been a resident of the U.S. for 14 years. 37. Ha! Matt Bat for press! Lol, please. Are you my running mate, Ash?
Whoa.
Is that you? Are you my vice president?
Are there age restrictions on who can be VP?
I should probably learn that if I'm gonna run. No, Markiplier, right? He did that video about him being like, hey, vote for me.
Yeah.
Right? He did a video.
I think that seems
Right, Markiplier?
right.
Matt and Mark. Twofer. It was on his birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, me. Oh no! I don't want to help YouTube right now. I've helped YouTube for years. Here it is. Now old enough to become president. See? Markiplier, now old enough to become president as well. So maybe that's what it is. 4 years from now, it's him v me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, battle of the century.
I fear for what that reality would look like.
Right? I fear for America at that point.
I fear for the world. Are you kidding?
Oh, man.
In any case, I can't be vice president until I'm at least 35.
I
So
was
if you
gonna
can
say, I
wait
think-
11 years,
Okay.
we can do this.
The axolotl guy says caption this. What is this? This is
you pitching your presidential campaign.
That's
to
what
Steph.
I was about to say. I'm like, Stephanie, just imagine it. Us at the White House. I've already got all the key qualifications. People have been living in my house for a really long amount of time.
Right.
And so the White House is just a slightly bigger house.
There you go.
There it is. Done. Yeah, so this is me pitching it, and they're stepping like, oh no, this is a bad idea. Terrible. A9 Polar Hornet 15 says collaborations ever. Presidents of foreign nations, emperors across the land, the kings and queens of the world. All of it part of the multiverse of madness.
Oh gosh.
That's it. Retirement goals, Ash. Launch Lorify.
Yep.
See the world. Work on the West End. EGOT. President.
I like that you're just doing a completionist run of life. You're just trying to achieve everything. He's in FIFA, like in the White House. He's
Pro
in space.
soccer. Yeah, I'm in FIFA. I did the PGA Tour already, so I've already done that one.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Right? I got to do another sport.
Yeah, like he's got his doctorate degree. He just did surgery.
Doctorate degree. To be fair.
Oh my god.
To be fair, what was it? Marquez and Mark Rober both got honorary degrees at their respective colleges. So,
Hey, Duke.
maybe, yeah, I'm gonna call Duke on the phone and be like, hey, honorary doctorate, check that one off the list. I got a speed run life, guys. That's it. Here, this will be fun actually. In the chat, or not in the chat, in the comments. Hit me in the chat. In the comments, actually, let me know what else should I put on my bucket list or my retirement goals list, right? Because this is the retirement goals stuff right now. But I'm curious. Let me know what should be on the retirement goals list. Because who knows? Maybe I'll try to do it.
Get a black belt.
Ooh, so it's funny, and it's funny that you bring that up because Michelle Correa, who is incredible, her series on YouTube is amazing. She won Creator of the Year last year at the Streamy Awards. Wonderful person. I love her so much. She came to our fashion show. But her show is all about like basically putting herself into the lives of other people, right? And learning their skills or doing what it takes to be in their position, right? Like being a firefighter or being a magician or in this case, one that I know she's working on is Taekwondo, right? Or becoming a martial artist of some form and seeing if she can get to a black belt in 30 days. So like she does that life. And I talk to her every time I see her about this old TV show. It's called The Pretender. And The Pretender, it was one of those little known shows, but it was really cool and was very impactful for me as a kid, where it was about this guy who was really smart and was kidnapped as a kid and grew up in this like weird science center that did like all these experiments on him and made him into this super smart guy, whatever. But like the premise of the show is he is solving the mystery of his past by quickly assimilating himself into the lives, like into these other career paths. So he's a doctor for a day, he's a fighter pilot for a day, he's an army man, or he's like all these things, and it's all on his quest to like learn about his history, but he's so smart that he's able to like pick up on things very quickly and pretend to be them for a period of time to accomplish his mission. And I always admired that, and I always thought that was such a cool thing because just to experience as much of the world as possible and learn as much about the world as possible, like that's always been a goal of mine.
Yeah, it's like Dirty Jobs, but just jobs.
Yes, yeah, it's just jobs, right? Dirty Jobs, another show that I loved as a kid. And so Mike Rowe was one of my heroes. Also, incredible opera singer.
Really?
Yeah, incredible opera singer.
Another reason to stand.
Yeah, Mike Rowe, phenomenal. But well, yeah, so that again, any show format or job or whatever that has you kind of jumping into a bunch of different things and having to be an expert of a lot of things has always been really appealing to me. Just always.
Yeah.
So that's a long story going nowhere. But my collaborations with all the world leaders, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. I think we got to speed run some memes.
Yeah, I know.
Speed running life.
I know, the speed run it. Well, speed run life will be slow on memes.
Yes. I also want to point out the irony, which I realized the first time you said it. Speed running life actually does not sound like the greatest idea.
No, certainly not.
Speedrun achievements, I think, is
That sounds good.
rather than
I
like a
that better.
lifespan.
Listen, I love Science Blaster, but Style Theory really lost out with no theme. Food and film theory themes. Suffering. Science Blaster game theory theme. See, a lot of theme talk today, and then Style Theory theme. Okay, I'll have you know, the Style Theory theme is used probably more at this point than any other ones. Because in the Style Theory, like in the intro, whenever they say like, hello internet, welcome to Style Theory, usually the editors will do da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That is the concluding sounds of the Style Theory theme. We have the full theme written, but we never really used it. You're totally right. Our bad. We've talked about this in a past meme review, but the Style Theory stinger, that is kind of like the ending notes of it, is actually used on most Style Theory episodes at this point in a way that film, game, and food aren't really used as much anymore. So just saying, Style Theory is not rotting away in a seat underwater. It's thriving, but in a very secretive way. Huh! No! You monsters, why? You monsters, no! Can't handle it. Oh! Nico Bunny, 816, has called out a tragedy. Absolute tragedy. My respect for Lee has declined significantly because of this.
Whoa, I think he's been infected subliminally by the Ban franchise. I don't think that this was an intentional decision to infiltrate us. I think this is proof that he's been infiltrated.
You know, that's fair. That's a good point, Ash.
Thank you.
Bring up a good point.
Thank you.
Here it is. Spot the difference. And Weezer.
This is the lost member of Weezer, guys.
Spot the difference. Right? Ban. Forgotten member of Weezer. There it is. Wait, where are we at? Okay, here we go. No, don't X out. Drag. There we go. Here we go. Spot the difference. They're the same picture.
But Lee has a bell.
He does have a bell.
Yeah.
A little added zhuzh there.
That's a DLC. Probably got that from Jerome.
The DLC from Jerome. Yeah, it's one of the customization options. I love it. Ooh, I see my handsome face a bunch of times. Here we go. Oh my. Here we go. Bro, it's not an addiction. Game Theory noticed me. Well, you have been noticed. Game Theory noticed me. Bro, it's not an addiction. It's no Diet Coke. Here we go. Wow. You can watch videos?
Well, actually, so this is the homepage of the Nintendo DSi.
Yeah.
It seems like this person took a picture of a GTLive and set it as like their favorite image.
Great.
So it shows up whenever you boot up that console.
And on the Wii U.
That is huge.
Respect for the Wii U, man. And the Switch. I like that none of these are like your tradition. Like I was expecting a phone in one of these. Or something that was more, like, at first I'm like, oh, they took every screen and there's going to be like an iPad and like a phone. But no, which is actually more impressive. It's computer, or TV, computer, and then 3, Switch. Yeah, oh man, that's awesome. And Wii U, as opposed to phone. Can you call it an addiction if your phone isn't represented? Gotta go horizontal.
I think the phone was taking the image. So you were technically on their phone.
That's true. I was reflected in multitudes on the phone. This one I'm talking about, this is the multiverse of madness right here. Right here.
Wow.
All of them. All little variants of me running around. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. That's great. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. I'm flattered by that. Power pad. Something I noticed in today's film theory. Matt Pat's farewell is the sad memory. Yes. In the Inside Out 2 episode. This was a surprise to me too. Because again, like, I watch the episodes after the fact. I give notes on some of the scripts. I'll talk to the creative directors as they're working on outlines, things like that, to give them thoughts and opinions and things. So a lot of times the final videos are surprises to me, or I'm like, oh, this is how they turned out. And we'll talk about them after the fact. I like that disgust is Saw, when I feel like if my head were stuck in a reverse bear trap, I feel like I would be feeling less disgust and more fear, to be honest. TBH. Joy, Puss in Boots, absolutely. Anger about the live action remake of Airbender, which is pretty incredible. And then sadness. Oh. Bittersweetness. I'm one of those bittersweet memories. I'm one of the ones that's blue mixed with yellow. Right?
Green? Sorry.
Laugh it up, Ash.
Sorry.
Laugh it up. Yes, blue mixed with green. Blue mixed with yellow is green. Well done.
Thank you.
Move on. Oh, you're speaking of Ash.
That's wild.
The cooler sulfur, you summoned it into being. Amy will live on in our hearts. Oh no. What is this? This is from the waterproof makeup episode, which was very fun to be watching behind the scenes.
This is a channel where you learn a lot of things. And if you're me, it's how to do this!
Yes! Yes! Oh, rip Amy Style Theory. Made the mistake of trusting Ash.
They always do.
Oh no! See, this is why you can't be my VP, Ash. This is it.
Yeah, not for 11 years, and maybe I'll become more trustworthy then.
No.
But in the meantime, I could be like the White House jester.
People in the campaign will use this against you. They'll be like that time that Ash killed Amy Style Theory with a bucket to the face. Oh, that was incredible. That was such a funny moment in general. This has just made it all the better. Ash, you are so talented in so many things.
Thank you.
I respect you in so many ways, Ash.
Thank you.
You have grown so much over the years of our relationship.
Thank you.
Your ability to launch water out of buckets is terrible.
It's a huge skill issue.
It is uncanny how bad you are at launching water out of buckets.
There's a lot of things I can do, but physical tasks are a huge challenge for me.
No, not doing it for you. Here we go.
This is a channel where you learn a lot of things. And if you're me, it's how to do this!
It's how to bludgeon your coworkers. That is what you have learned.
Bonk.
How to bludgeon. Great. Oh, I'm glad this is a...
It was heavy, okay?
It was fair, yes.
I'm still working on strengthening my muscles.
Okay, well, we can do push-up days at the office.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I need to impress Dorothy.
Yeah, do it for Dorothy.
Do it for Dorothy.
Hashtag do it for Dorothy. Oh, I love it. That was incredible. Thank you for that. This is from Lego Mario Boy 08. Only one was spared the insanity. I can explain. You got 69. Ah, nice, 69. You got 69 FNAF theories. I only have 4. It's required of me on the internet to do this. You get 69 FNAF theories. I only have 4. I have 2 food theory. Really? Film theory? I guess film theory would have only gotten a couple because of the FNAF movie. And then you guys are getting FNAF theories. Now, did Style Theory not get a FNAF theory?
I don't think so.
I guess it didn't. What was I doing? How irresponsible of me. Though, to be fair, Style Theory did get a line of merchandise, multiple lines of merchandise, but specifically a line of like our more kind of like premium, more apparel based stuff around Five Nights at Freddy's.
I will say, I feel like there is a FNAF theory that could happen on Style that is just waiting to occur.
Tell me about it.
It's the age-old question. And why he Ourple? The stylistic choices behind William Afton.
Sure. Is this Ourple?
Is it Ourple?
Yeah. Is it Ourple?
Is it a family?
Because it is a family.
Yeah.
We do know it's a family.
We know it's a family.
That's not even a theory. That is a fact.
But why is he Ourple?
Why he Ourple, though? Is that Style?
Well, in terms of from a fashion standpoint, right? So if we imagine in our mind's eye the realistic William Afton.
Yeah.
Ourple is a decision.
Yeah.
That's a choice.
Yeah.
What are the implications of this?
Yeah.
And purple in clothing.
We have done an episode of Style Theory related to secondary colors and how secondary colors usually imply distrust or uncomfortability or makes you uncannily uncomfortable in some way because it's not one of the primary colors. And it's kind of off the spectrum in a lot of ways.
I have bad news about this set.
Yeah. Vote for me, America. Yeah, orange and green.
And now Ourple.
And Ourple.
It's
We're hot pink.
It's the entire palette.
Wow. The colors of distrust. It's a choice.
That's why Amy died.
Choice was made. Yeah, right? They trust you and then you die. Not you, but someone trusts you and then they die.
Yeah. It's a weird pattern.
Do I need to be concerned about this, Ash?
No. You're still alive,
I am.
right?
I mean, you could be playing the long game, though.
I could be, but like that's a lot of effort.
It
And,
would be.
You know, I have to create live shows and like program a channel and like,
That's tough.
yeah. So it's like I could, but I won't.
You could. Could you? Could you get away with murder, Ash?
Probably.
Really? You think so?
If I thought about it really, really hard, because I'm always concerned about leaving physical evidence. I don't want to do that. It's like if y'all don't want to get caught, why do you have evidence? I've played so much Ace Attorney, and they get you every time.
Oh, so much physical evidence everywhere.
Right?
All physical evidence for days. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, if you don't want to get caught, you should just stop.
Yeah. Think about that.
Right?
Consider that. You should just stop. Stop being physical. Stop being a physical manifestation. What we got? Ha! Ha!
Speaking of physical
Oh my God!
manifestations.
Speaking of Whipster28, guys, I have a theory. This is also from GTLive Live, so I'm glad GTLive Live came up with some good spicy memes. Golden,
Whoa.
microphone,
Whoa.
black top hat.
Y'all got me.
Ash, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Are you secretly one of the spirits inside of Golden Freddy, if not the only spirit?
I would even go so far as to say I'm vengeful.
Are you a vengeful spirit?
Yeah,
I mean, you were just talking about how you're going to get away with murder.
exactly. Watch out.
That,
Watch out.
getting me out of retirement again, John Cena. We're going back to Tom's channel. I'm going to give him the boot. I'm going to be like, slap me up another Golden Freddy boy thumbnail. We solved it, Ash, the whole time.
Hi.
Is Ash Golden Freddy? The answer is yes. Absolutely. Look what I found. Old Excitement 763. Speaking of music projects, we got, he sounds like CG5 every time. Every time I talk to him, sounds like it. And then look at this guy who is coming to Your Line April. Actually, I'm getting him tickets. That reminds me that
really?
I need to forward that along. Thanks for the reminder, Ash.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Tommy, I got to meet. So this was us at VidCon, at the Hotel VidCon. And we've done stuff with Tommy in the past, but I've never gotten to meet him in person. We've only talked through email and stuff in the past. So that was really exciting. And then Charlie. It was my first time getting to meet Charlie. But it was cool because everyone I meet from the nerdcore like music community is just awesome. I think my goal is to eventually have, if they're available and if they have time, for like a bunch of online like YouTube musicians to do like a short little like 1 minute, 90-second song for Lorfi. And we're able to kind of like reference them in the project. And you get this cool album that's like a bunch of the different collaborators who just got to do one, which is cool. But yeah, speaking of 0.5 selfies, there it is, right there. Slap that onto a presidential poster. There it is, friendos. Ooh, small tribute to, oh, this is amazing. This is from Puzzleheaded Call 2234, Callie. This is my first time posting. Thank you. Again, another first time poster. Thank you for being here. I thought of making an art piece for MatPat. I don't know if he'll see it. I still wanted to post it here. Lots of love. Oh, from India. Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. It looks like a photograph. Wow, that is beautiful. Now I just got to visit India.
There you go.
We've done London. We did Greece. Now I just got to, sorry Ash, I'm going to be gone for another couple weeks. I'm going to go to India. Say hi.
Oh man, this backlogging thing is getting very aggressive, Matthew.
I know, we're having to backlog a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And right before FNAF.
Right before FNAF.
That FNAF stuff's happening. No, India. Steph and I visited India right before we had Ali. Incredible country. It is so beautiful, and the culture is so incredible. It's wild. It is fascinating. There's so many. It's so huge that there's so many different facets to it. So many different cultures. So many different like cultural pockets to it. It's and it's such an ancient country too, where like the history, the lore of it just goes way back. And when you walk through some of the historic sites and stuff, like you just feel it, and it's unlike anywhere else we've ever been. It's incredible. So it also made me a big fan of tofu, which was great. Mm-hmm. And we've come back around to the peepees. Awesome. This is great. Shadow animatronic solved. Wait, what? Get out of here. Get out of here. No way. Okay, I'm going to have to watch this one. And by watch, I mean read. Someone has a new timeline. Look at all of new Poppy Playtime. Where's this from? New lore? Poppy Playtime. The game has just begun. Tried to decode. Where is this from? What is this from? I've missed so much. The Poppy Playtime makers just put up a new video. There's a new video, Ash.
Oh, man.
We got to react to it
Oh,
and
boy.
solve it.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Anyway, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. As always, thank you for, watching me on all your various screens. We use 3DSs and otherwise. Thank you for welcoming me into your homes. Thank you for even considering the possibility that I would make even as a partial joke of a good president, right? Thank you for saying that, hey, you can save us. That's cool. That is an honor. It has been an honor and a privilege to be a part of your lives and to, have you grow up with me and evolve with me over the years. And it's just awesome to get to celebrate you and all the stuff that you're doing. So, make sure that you vote for an actual viable candidate this year. If I want your votes for a president run at some point, I'll let you know. But I think vice president, I think that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Right? Vice president, that's the game.
You can't spell MVP without VP.
That's true.
Booyah.
Right? VP.
Whoa.
That's it. So if anyone's looking for a running mate, just tell them that's here. So anyway, there you go, guys. Thank you seriously so much for watching. Thank you for everything that you submitted to us. And stay tuned for a future meme review. Hit us up with some memes about the new space. Let us know what you think. Let me know what should be on my retirement bucket list. And as always, my friends, remember, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video. A video for you. See ya.